Hello. I am gonna be attempting to make my first vlog. I don't know what I'm doing. But I'm at Delta Ponds right now. Yesterday I sat in this spot for quite a while. And this tree right here, there's like a bunch of, or there's not a bunch, but there's two bitterns, and there's a great heron on the lake. And one of the reasons why I like Delta Ponds is because there's a lot of herons here, and I really like herons. So recently I've been coming here a little bit more and looking at birds. Unfortunately, I don't really have a great camera, so I can't really get any good pictures of them, but I try and draw every now and then when I remember I can do that. There is not any herons here now. There is a vulture. I don't know if my camera's pointing at him, or maybe it's not a vulture. It's hard to tell. There's a lot of vultures out today. I noticed when I pulled in the parking lot. There's like 3 in the sky, so something dead. Lots of ducks in the pond, of course. Water looks extra algified today. And yeah, I'm gonna keep moving around because I'm not seeing any herons yet, but once I find one, I'll probably sit down by them for a while and do something. Sometimes I just scroll on my phone, sometimes I draw, sometimes I write. Just whatever the vibe is, I guess. So I'll talk to you once I get over there. I think that is a vulture. Can you see him on the camera? Maybe. It's pretty windy right now. There must be something dead over there. Anyways, I will be back once I find somewhere to hang out. Alright, so can't find a good spot for the herons, and I didn't really want to walk much more because it's really hot out. It's like 93 degrees. That's at least hot for me. So I settled for just like a little shady spot right here. Would be a great spot for a heron to show up. But one's probably not gonna show up because I'm here. And yeah. So I guess I should introduce myself or something for my vlog. I don't really know how many details I want to give out, but I'm 21 years old and I don't really do much. I'm just working right now. I work at a coffee shop. That's pretty much all I do. I used to work at a vet clinic. Stopped working there in October. It was an emergency veterinary clinic. I was very proud of that work. But like, I think a big thing for me is like the people I work with and like what their vibe is and all that shit, and I just couldn't really vibe with the people I worked with, and now I can, and I'm seeing like what a huge difference that makes. If I can have like a team that is not going to get super frustrated and sad and just like easily annoyed or pissed off, and have a team like that that also is all just like friendly people who enjoy talking to you. I'd probably work at an emergency clinic again. I understand why the crowd is not as extroverted and peppy as a coffee shop crowd would be, but like still it's hard to work somewhere where everybody just seems to like hate their job. So but that's kind of just the typical crowd with veterinary work, is everybody is just kind of like stressed out and depressed, and I understand why. I worked there for 9 months. I worked at another clinic for a year before that, and I get it. Like, I feel like now if I say that in front of a veterinary worker who's been in the field for like 10 years or something, they're gonna make fun of me for saying that I get it or something, but like, I do. It got to me too. I just, like, I know I can be like happy and enjoy working at most of the places that I can work at, and I just wish some other people could, because it would make the vibe a lot better and make me actually want to go to work. But I did not want to go to work at the veterinary clinic anymore. But since then, I haven't really done much. I graduated from high school 3 years ago, I want to say. And I've pretty much just been working since then. I live with my boyfriend, and I have a couple cats, and that's it. I'm severely brain rotted from Instagram Reels, and pretty depressed. I feel like I can never find the right crowd of people to be around, just in my own personal life, and I don't really know what I want to do. I don't really want to work in the vet field anymore, like specifically because of the kinds of people in that field. And I don't really want to be at a coffee shop forever either, but just like nothing sounds fun to me, and I'm super self-critical and insecure, so I also just think that I'm not really capable of working anywhere and being good at my job and also enjoying it. So what are you gonna do, I guess? I'm thinking about maybe taking a couple like community college classes, maybe in winter, whatever term I could possibly do for when I get my financial aid figured out, but I figured that's still better than nothing, and maybe I'd be a little less brain rotted if I was in school. I do need to find a different job. I need a full-time job, or I need a job that pays better than the one that I'm at, because I can barely live like this. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I sometimes remember I can draw things, and sometimes even enjoy doing that. It's actually part of the reason I wanted to start the vlog. I feel like I'm being such a yapper. Nobody cares, but this is my own vlog, so I guess I don't care if nobody cares. But I wanted to show you my sketchbook because I wanted to get off Instagram, but one of the reasons I didn't really also want to get off Instagram is because I felt like I couldn't, just because I posted my art on there, and I don't know if this sounds bad or not, but a really gratifying part of making things for me is showing them to people, and I don't really like just showing people like in person, obviously, so I post my stuff on Instagram, and like I don't reach anybody. I get like 6 likes on a post, okay? So I don't really I don't got much going on. It just feels good for me to like put something out there, you know? Even if it doesn't reach many people, it's fine. It's just like putting something out feels good. So I figured if I can feel self-gratified by posting my art on here instead of Instagram, maybe I could get so comfortable with it that I can delete Instagram. Probably won't work, but it's worth a shot, I think. So yeah, this is my current sketchbook. It's a square. I don't know what kind of paper it is. I'm sorry. But I'll show it to you. I'm gonna, yeah, okay. All right, sketchbook tour. Because this will be going on to YouTube. My phone number is in the corner of this page, so I'm gonna do my best to cover that up. Okay, so first page, this is my parents' dog. Good dog. As you can see, I bought this journal or sketchbook on Saturday, June 21st of 2025. First page here, we got a great heron with some really shittily drawn wings. This was a reference, or I referenced a picture that I took here at Delta Ponds for this drawing. This side, we just have some really shitty heron studies. These two were two that I was looking at while I was at Delta Ponds and I was drawing them. This one I think is just a random heron drawing. This one was just me trying to, I'm so sorry, that's distracting. Just me trying to remember how their neck works. So, I hope this is facing right. Is it? Yeah. Great herons. They have a really cool neck. I don't know how to use anatomy terms, so bear with me. But their cervical bones and their neck, like typically I think it's the fifth one down. It's curved. It has a really dramatic curve in it. I'll show you in my drawings. It's kind of me trying to draw it out. This isn't a very good picture of it because it doesn't look like that, but they have a curved bone that makes their neck kink like that. You see that little kink? That's where that fifth cervical bone is. And then there's a tendon that goes against the cervical bones. So in this drawing here, I thought I drew the tendon, but I don't think I did. Well, anyways, there's a tendon, and then there's a curved cervical bone right there, and it allows them to kind of shoot their neck forward like a javelin almost. So imagine my wrist is that curved cervical bone. How do I show this? How do I show this? Imagine my wrist. I hope it's showing, I don't know. Is that curved cervical bone. So they'll bend their neck all the way back, and then they'll shoot it forward like a javelin. Absolutely awful explanation. I don't know if anybody understood that. I can explain it a lot better in person if anybody is curious. But yeah, they just have a really cool function in their neck that I can't explain very well over video like this, but I promise it's really cool. On this side, we have some various drawings. This right here is a crawdad that I found one day while I was at Delta Ponds. He's walking in the middle of the road, and I picked him up and I drew him. Good little guy. This is a drawing I tried to make of my coworker. It looks absolutely nothing like her. And then this is a drawing that she made of me. Pretty damn accurate. This is just a wing and me trying to remember the various feather types, categories, if you will. So yeah, right here is a dragon. I drew this guy while I was at one of my boyfriend's shows one day. I I drew this dragon slightly drunk, heavily buzzed, and he turned out pretty alright for the circumstances. So yeah, this page has random nonsense words on it and some cool drawings. I really like this little heron guy right here. This is a character I made that's like a weird dog dragon. This is my cat. She has an obsession with staring at a blank TV in the living room because she can see her reflection in it, and she thinks there's a cat trapped in the TV, so she'll spend about like 4 hours a day staring at the TV. Random dog, weird baby horse skull creature. This is another character of mine. He's just a dog that has eyes on him. There's a little arrow going through his face that you can't really see that well. There's like this salmon-like fish right here. This right here is a stuffed animal my boyfriend got me that looks like my dog. There's a fan. As for the words on this page, feel free to pause the video and read them if you really want to, but I mean, like, they don't really make sense or anything. It's just me kind of venting about how I don't know who I am. That's the best way I can possibly explain it. So that's that. Right here we have my dead dog, Minnie. I lost her last year. Ever since then, my life has been on hold. I'm really depressed. I miss her very much. She's a great dog. This is Phil. That's my parents' dog. And this is my cat. That's Scooter. Good guy. I have another cat, which is the one that I drew in this drawing. That's Splunky. Oh, went too far. Right here we have another great heron. Crazy stuff. Impaling a fish. I drew this yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. While I was out with some friends at a little tea shop. And you know what? He's pretty alright. I think his neck is very wonky, and so are his little like wispy feathers here, but you know what? I like him. While I was there, I was looking at the animal like registry, I guess, for deltapons, and I found out that there's a really cool lizard here, the southern alligator lizard. I used to want one of those lizards, so I pressed a button and my phone stopped the recording. But I was saying that I used to want one of those lizards really bad when I was a kid. It was a different variation called an Abronia graminia. You can look them up. They're super beautiful. I really thought I was gonna get one of those one day. I never did. I'm glad I didn't. That is a commitment way too big for me, so yeah, but it would be really cool to find one of these guys here at Delta Ponds. I've never seen one in person before, but I just think they have like a really cool shape. They're just like very slinky, you know, very dragon-like, I think, and I want to find one. I don't know how to find one though, and they kind of scare me because they're supposedly a bit aggressive, and also they of course can drop their tails like most lizards can, and I'd be really sad if I made one of them drop their tail because I was curious. But still, I think I would still try and pick one up if I found one out here. I would just we'd just have to see how it goes. I think I would be able to manage not making them drop their tail, but I don't know. I guess that kind of is it for the things that I wanted to talk about. I just kind of wanted to introduce myself, and I wanted to do it here because I've been spending a lot more time here, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I want with this vlog. I don't know what my goals are in life or with this vlog, but this could be the first one I make and the only one I make, or it could be one of very many. We'll just have to see. So, yeah. If somebody's watching this, I hope that you're having a really good day, and you can always talk to me, and yeah, be kind to people, and remember to go on walks. Remember to go on walks and to drink water and to, I don't know, do shit like that. Go on walks, drink water, be kind, pet dogs.